Hello and good morning everyone. This is Atul Kumar Singh of section A. My roll number is 221829. My topic for today's presentation is Vision of Common School System. What is the vision of common school system? But before knowing the vision of common school system, we must know what is common school system. The National Policy on Education 1986 says up to a given level, all students, irrespective of caste, creed, location, or sex, have access to education or a comparable quality. The 1968 policy had investigated that the common school system would be open to all children, irrespective of social, economic, and other differences. Adequate standards would be maintained, and average parents would not ordinarily feel the need of sending their children to expensive schools outside the system. But before moving to a new system, there is a system in the past in India. But why we are moving to a new system? Because there are some evils prevalent in the past school system in India, that our education was restricted only to a few community people. Education was restricted to a few high class people. Education was restricted to only male gender. Not all courses were available in India. Thus, people had to go abroad to pursue education, unequal distribution of facilities in the schools. Many other drawbacks were there. To counter these drawbacks and to overcome these drawbacks, from the Indian education system, policies were introduced. One of the major policies which was introduced was Kothari Commission 1964 to 1966. This policy was introduced under the dynamic leadership of D.S. Kothari. It introduced common school system. Policy implementation. The committee had made three very significant recommendations which could address the issue of equity in the Indian education system. It called for the essential minimum legislation, particularly to dispense with early selection process, tuition fee, appetition fee, etc. It suggested exploring ways of including the expensive private schools into the common school system through a combination of incentives, disincentives, and legislation. It called for ensuring that instruction for all is given through the medium of mother tongue at the pre-primary and primary levels. These recommendations did not find any place when the 1986 National Policy was modified in 1992. Essentials of common school system. A common school belongs to every child and entry is not restricted to any religion, caste or creed or community. It is wholly funded by the state. No fees are levied and children are entitled to free education. No discrimination of any kind is permitted, not only in admission but in the classrooms also. Mother tongue will be the medium of instruction. Education of equitable quality will be assured to all children in a full-time regular school. It will be promote the development of the head, heart and hand of the child, that is called 3H. In addition to it, minimum infrastructure consisting of land and building, number, size, design and furnishing of classroom, drinking water and toilets, playgrounds and sports facilities, libraries, laboratories, fine arts materials, teaching aids, easy access of facilities for students suffering from disabilities, well qualified and trained teachers, and optimal teacher student ratio. Common curriculum framework with flexibility with respect to textbooks, teaching aids, teaching learning process, evaluation, parameters, etc. A pedagogy which is holistic and child friendly, a decentralized school management with adequate autonomy and representation of parents, a common language policy. What is inclusive education? Inclusive education is concerned with reducing all exclusory pressure and all devaluations of students, whatever on the basis of disability, attainment, race, gender, class, family structure, lifestyle or sexuality. Beginning with the movement to end isolation of children with disability in respect of education and supported by a series of rights and education related UN declarations, and the inclusive education is addressing the question of equity for all children and aims at systematic reforms in general education so that it is responsive to all children. The principle of inclusive education being accepted internationally as the best way to address diversity and equity gets addressed while implementing the concept and policy of the CSS in India. What are the arguments normally advanced against the CSS? Government schools are bad, quality is not good. Why should I send my child there? The board results of the children in government schools are always inferior to private schools. Parents have a right to choose. You can't restrict choice. Can you make a law curtailing the freedom to choose a school for my child? In government schools, teachers are engaged in all sorts of activities, reducing the teaching time, while in private schools, teachers are always available for teaching. Can you ensure that such discriminatory treatment to government teachers are stopped? If I have a complaint in a government school, where do I go? Who do I complain to? But there are some arguments that can be countered while implementing the CSS. What do you mean by bad and quality in education? If you talk of building and other infrastructure facilities, teachers, education and training and their salaries, many government schools had got them. The board results of private schools are better because they are highly selective in admissions and encourage private tuitions. While you have a right to choose, poor children should also have a right to choose. Why should they suffer on account of poverty in matter of education, particularly the elementary education? Now, since it has become a fundamental right. Fourth point is the private school teachers should also be engaged for national duties such as election and census, including the cattle census, to equate them with the government schools. If you can stop the government school teachers being engaged for non-teaching purposes, CSS is vitally linked with the government schools reforms, and one major reforms would be to give them the same level of autonomy as available to the private schools. This is the conclusion. Common school system is a very appreciative step by government. It is seen that governments are very good at policy making but not that good in implementing these things quickly. Common school system provides equality of educational opportunities and success to every child. It saves travel times of students. Children will know the other children nearby areas. The community will consider a school as its. Thank you. I conclude my topic. Thank you.